Yes, students, now in the morning we could not able to complete the 16th solutions. So now I'm doing with the solution 16th one. So what is the problem? I'll first tell you. ABC are the partners sharing the profits in the ratio of 4 is to 3 is to 1. So here A is to A is to B is to C is equal to sharing in 4 is to 3 is to 1. So this is how their profit sharing ratio is. And what is the thing here? They decided to dissolve the firm on the date of dissolution. Their business balance sheet was as under. He gave on the liabilities creditors and the capitals only. And on the asset side, he has given cash, data, stock, capital, land, and buildings. Now they said ABC Limited took all the assets of the firm at the following rates. So they have taken all the assets system. So what all they have taken is data at a revaluated values, data, plant, stock, land and building. Apart from that, they also agreed to pay 2000 for a goodwill it seems. So that was also extra they have taken. And Abe has paid a purchasing price by issuing 1650 at the rate of 10 each as a fully paid share it seems, and balance in a cash. So until now there it was about a purchase consideration. Now what is said extra is sundry creditors were paid. So who is paying? It's me. Means ABC partners are paying. It's not company is not paying. So unlike a 15th problem working notes, in this one here we are going to have purchase consideration. I said already that whether if he mentions or not, always the first method we follow for the purchase consideration is net assets method. So here he has not mentioned anything which method is to be followed. So I am following simply the net assets method only. Now, how these net asset methods goes on? So here the total of assets minus liabilities. So what is the formula of net assets method? Ma? Total of assets minus outside liabilities. Outside liabilities. So those will be the thing. So here what I'm going to do is now total of assets I'm going to take into consideration. So assets what all he gave. So assets is equal to first one he is taking what the company is taking, the new company which is purchasing what they are taking. So first they are taking a debtors at 7,000, then they are taking a plant they are taking at the rate of 5,500, then they are taking stock at the rate of 6,000, then they are taking land and building. So simply I'm writing land. So they are taking a land at a rate of 11,000. Then extra what they have taken extra is the goodwill. So goodwill is also taken by them. So how much for the goodwill they are paying, ma? They are paying some 2000. Then I said whether he mentions or not, in the dissolution by sale, in the dissolution by sale, cash always will be part of it, I said. So that's why cash which he gave 1000 rupees, I'm taking that also into consideration. Now here total of assets stood at 32,500. How much is the total of assets? 32,500. Now this is itself I am taking it as a purchase consideration. This is it, I am taking it as a purchase consideration. Why? Because I said already that here that fellow has not mentioned us anything. He said only creditors were present, and that creditors also were paid by the partners only. Means company is not taking. So that is the reason here my purchase consideration. My purchase consideration will be only total of assets, no liability. So this is the first foremost thing which we have done in the morning class. So this is about a working part. Now here comes is what the realization account. So realization, first foremost we will prepare what realization account. No, So that is what here I'm preparing the realization. Now in this one, let me tell you one more thing, working notes. That is what here he said the purchase consideration is given. The total of purchase consideration. Total of purchase consideration is how much, ma? It's 32,500. In this one, they are giving in the form of what? First is in the form of shares. So shares, how much they are giving here? Shares they are giving in 1650 into 10 rupees. So it will be how much? 16,500. So if they are giving 16,500, then balance will be how much? Balance will be 16,000 in the form of cash. So the cash should be, balance should be cash, and that is given 16,000. If I minus, I'll get 16,000. So this is how my working part is done. Now I'm going to my realization account. So realization account, we have to do it. So that is the reason we have to transfer all our assets. So that is the reason the realization account is prepared. So in the realization account, how we are going to show that I'll tell you. So first realization account, particulars, amount, particulars, amount. Now first we have to transfer all the assets, no? So that is what here I'm doing. I'm transferring all the assets first. So what all the assets I have? When I'm transferring, I'll transfer all into my book values, not the revaluated values. వాడు ఎంతకు తీసుకున్నాడు నాకు సంబంధం లేదు. నేను నా డేటాస్, నా అసెట్స్ని నేను ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేస్తున్నాను రీవాల్యుయేషన్. సో కాబట్టి నా వాల్యూస్ నేను ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేస్తాను, నా ప్రైస్ నేను ట్రాన్స్ఫర్ చేస్తాను. సో దాట్ ఈస్ నెక్స్ట్ టు stock, which is 6,500. Then to plant, it is 6,000. To land and building, so I'm writing just as land. So that is 9,000. So this is what here I have taken it. Then assets, when we have transferred assets, we should transfer even liabilities. So we have outside liability only one, that is creditors. So how much is the creditors value? Creditors value is so creditors value in the balance sheet is 6,000. So that I'm taking here 6,000. Now next I said we are going to write even purchase. All the assets and liabilities are in the realization. That is the reason the purchase consideration also to be transferred in the realization only, I said. So that's the reason here we will not show division. Division is to be shown only in the personal accounts of the partners. So that's why the total of purchase consideration I'm going to show in the credit side of this. Now, apart from that, the realization expenses are there, Noma. So that we have to show. So realization expenses, so that is to cash, which is expenses. So how much we are paying? Some 20 rupees. Apart from that, the company itself is paying its creditors, no, at a discount. So creditors, that also I'm going to take. So I'm going to get 5,850. If I'm getting a discount, so it will be obviously 5,850. Now these things I have taken. So here I got a profit. So that profit I'm going to share among a partner. So A capital, he is getting some 1315, and 2B capital, he is getting some 986. Already this part we have done in the class, so I am doing it in a hurry. Next we have got these persons, we have rounded off the amount I said. So total of the profit I got is some 2,630. This is how I got it. So total is some 38,500 here, and as well as 38,500 here. Now my realization is completed. Now here I'm going to draw simultaneously my cash as well as my capitals accounts also. So here I'm drawing my cash. Simultaneously, I'm going to draw the capitals of A, B, and C, because we'll not have much transaction. We can complete in this part only. So here it is done now. Now cash and capitals, I'm going to do it simultaneously. So first is cash or a bank account. Cash or bank account. Here it is called particulars amount amount. Then here it's partners capitals account. So how many partners are there here? We have A, B, and C. So that is particulars A, B, C. A, B, C. Now here cash, though we have opening balance, already we have shown in the realization norma. So that is the reason, once again, we are not going to show anywhere the cash opening balance, because it is a old balance. Old balance is to be shown only with one time. Adjustments are only to be completed with two effects. Old balances should be shown only once. So already the one posting has been completed. That is the reason I'm not going to show here. Apart from that, I'm going to take other things into consideration. Now, what is that? So first thing is here. The cash is posted out twice on this side. So one is for the expenses, other is for the credit as payment. So first effect is on debit side, means the second effect default will be on the credit side. So here I'm going to write, I'm taking from which account? From realization. So realization expenses. So how much it is? 20 rupees. And then by realization, this is credit as it is 5850. So these two things I have completed. Now next one here I got is what? I got here, just see, shares we are getting 16,500 and cash I'm getting no. I'm getting a cash means it's a kind of a receipt, and receipt should be on the debit side. So that's why two, who is giving me A, B, C, company limited. I'm going to take it as company limited. Those people are giving me no. So that's why. Now these posting have been completed here. Now come down to the capitals. So capitals here we are going to take capitals being a part of a liability. Their opening balances will be always on the credit side, and we are going to write by balance brought down. So first person is 10,000, second person is 7,500, and third person is 6,500. Now this is done. Now I'll search in the realization, do I have ABC account? So I have a profits here. So that means I have to show first posting is on debit side, means second posting will be on the credit side. From which account I'm taking? From the realization, and this is related to the profit. So first person is getting 1315, second person 986, third person 329. Now these things we have completed. Now come down to the debit side. So here we are giving to the partners shares as well as cash. So first shares in ABC Company Limited. So how many shares we are giving? We are giving some 16,500 shares. Now this is to be distributed in what ratio? I said profit sharing ratio, that is 4 is to 3 is to 1. So when you divide it, you are going to get the amount. So how much is the amount? I'll find out. So first per person is going to get a shares of 8,250. And second person, I'm getting an answer in a points ma, so I'm continuing with the points only because it is shares, it is not a cash. When we'll round it off and we are going to find it. No, that is the reason. If it is in a points, I'm making it as a point only. So 2062.5. Now this is what I got. Now next, I am going for balancing now. So here what I'm going to write, to cash within a bracket balancing figure. So if I calculate now 10,000 plus 1350, it is 11,315 minus 8,250. If I do, I'm going to get the answer of some 3,065 here, and here I'm going to get 2,098.5 here, and here I'm going to get 4,766.5. So this is how I got the amount. Now I'm going to balance it. So totals I'm going to write here. Now here I have written two cash. Now these two cash I have to post here in the cash book. So first posting is on the debit side. So second posting will be on the credit side. So from whose account I'm taking it? From the partners. So by A, his amount is 3065. Next, by B, his amount is 2298.5. And then by C, his amount is 4766.5. Now this you are going to balance it and you are going to see that it should be 16,000 on the both the sides. Now here first this side I'm balancing it. Now totals will be first one 11,315. Second one is 8,486. 8,486. Third one is 6,829. So these are the totals. So 11,315, 8,486, and the last one is 6,829. Now this is done. And here I should total here also, no? So here the cash book total is tallying with 16,000. on both the sides. However, on the debit side, only one transaction is there, whereas credit side, we have n number of transactions. So if I balance it, I'm getting 16,000 on both the sides. So this is it.